It's the profit, y'all, straight out the bio. H-Town, Texas, better check my bio. Pressure getting applied on D-Rhyme. Go mode, like, share, subscribe. At you with my promo. Peep out my mojo and Big Wheel with the blitz. If you wanna kick back, holla at the yogi and rich. As for me and quality, we gon' report to hustle. Coming strong with discussion and posing a muscle.
AKA quality with your neighborhood brother. TV and getting it in from a personal spin. We're a team with a dream, dominating your scene. Put the fire to a take and see if you can relate. Maybe put it in the bag, throw that shit in the trash. Ain't no us without you, so you part of the crew. Time to part, y'all. Please support y'all. Welcome to H-Town. We breaking it all down.
This shit a vibe for real. This for the city for real. HTBC, we in this thing for real. From the north to the south to the east to the west. H-Town by you city, you know who do it. Yes, we win the by committee. Ain't no iron team. Moved out my mama house. Now we reign the supreme. Talk to us. We talk back in the comments. Gotta measure this game. Give it to you in increments.
Yo, yes sir.
Yes indeed.
Yes sir.
Yes indeed.
Hey.
Absolutely. I love that jam, y'all. I love that jam. I can't lie. Hey,
Okay.
hey, everybody, how y'all doing out there? I am your boy Quality, and this is H-Town Bayou City Podcast. We want to thank each and every last one of y'all for tuning in and joining us as we get down. I'm gonna let the guys introduce themselves. We're gonna start with you. The world's greatest. I ain't gonna say that. Go for it, fam.
Hey man, you already know who it is. Rich Blackman, aka Rich Uncle Pitty Bear, aka I'm not gonna say the world greatest what it is, but you know what it is. Hey, internationally known, nationally recognized, locally accepted. Listen here, man. I'm here to part. How about y'all? Yeah.
Yeah. And right there, we're gonna go to our next co-star. Go for it, fam.
Yeah, man, what it do? It's T-Bean, neighborhood brother. I want to say, hey, this is number 31. If I'm mistaken, that's Mr. Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Hey,
okay,
hey,
okay.
yeah, but hey, you ready? Hey, ready to check in, get it going? Let's par, fellas. Like the OG Rich Blackman say, I'm ready to par.
Yes, sir.
Ready to part. Okay, we ready to get it in. All right, so we all about to get this goddamn on thing started. Everybody good? We all prepared? We ready to roll?
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on, man. You introduce yourself, brother. I don't think you did.
Man, what are you doing? You forgot about him, man. Come on.
I told
Come
him
on, man.
I told him at the beginning, I'm your boy Quality, and this is H-Town Bayou City Podcast.
But you didn't say solid quality. You know, you got
Okay, my
wallet.
This is NAT Solid E, aka
Quality.
Let's go, man. Come on now.
Come on. Don't break the tradition. That's curses. You got to keep on the tradition.
Look, every now and again, you got to get a little grown up or whatever. So I kind of went with the grown up version of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. See, I don't. No.
I like that shirt though, Quality. I like that shirt. I see you.
Yeah, Juneteenth. Yeah, you see it? You see it?
I like it. Yeah.
He pro-black around here.
I got to represent, man. That's me right there. That's why. That's that land where I come from. You know what I mean? So I got you. I represent. I want to send a shout out to the big swag himself, the Yogi Man. He's not able to get here with us yet. He may come, he may not. Y'all know that's the hardest working man out there. So we got to let him do his thing.
Man.
He do. He grace us with his presence. We can't wait to see him. But that is our co-star. He just happened to not be here at the moment. So we're going to keep it moving. But he did put his twist on the show, y'all. He did his twist. He got a little video that he wants us to watch. And before we do that, we're going to play his intro to get him live. Now, I'm going to try to do some things here, y'all, because I need to learn how to do
shit.
Well, there you go. I'm messing nothing up.
It might be early tonight, y'all. Hey, so you never know. We might have a short night tonight, fellas. So, we might not get no overtime. We might not get no overtime tonight, y'all.
Quality, yeah.
Home, boy, we just do it like this. 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 Do it
How he got his own rap song. I like that.
I gotta say this before we get going, y'all. This for my contemporaries that I'm working with right now. Hey, fellas, trust in me, fellas. Trust in me. I made one mistake.
I
Trust
do.
in me, dog. Trust me. I've been
Please, God.
working.
What's it?
I'm gonna make you proud of me tonight, Rich. Just trust me. Here we
I'm
go.
with you. Listen, I'm proud of you when you mess up, brother. I'm with you regardless. Nobody know. I know. We know, but I'm cool with it.
All right, well, here we go. I'm finna play what Yogi wants us to look at and take a
Okay.
quite quick look at his topic of what he was going to be here to present tonight for us, but
Okay.
unfortunately, he's not here. Here we go. It's quite long, so y'all give it a second, but put your ears on. Here we go.
So my previous speech got taken down for some odd fucking reason, and that's all good, but I'm about to re-record it again because the truth needs to be out there, and we need to stop lying to ourselves and pretending we don't see the pattern when it's right fucking there. It's right there, and everybody knows it, but nobody wants to say it out loud. So, when a Latina gets angry, people call it spicy, sexy, ella es una tóxica, right? When a white woman gets angry, oh, poor Sally, oh my gosh, poor her, she's just having such a bad day, oh my gosh, she must be going through so much, oh my gosh, poor her. When a white man gets angry, he's stressed, he hit his breaking point, he's having a bad day, it's mental health. But when a black woman gets angry, she's ghetto, she's ratchet, she's loud, she's aggressive, she's masculine, she's too much. When a black man shows anger, hurt, frustration, grief, or pain, now he's violent, now he's dangerous, now he's a threat, now people clutch their bags, people get scared, people cross the street, now people reach for excuses to justify why they never wanted to understand him in the first place. And do not tell me it's about behavior, do not tell me it's about tone, do not tell me it's about how it's expressed, because the same emotions coming out of different bodies get labeled completely differently depending on the skin they're housed in. That is conditioning. That is not a coincidence, and that is not fair. Black pain is not allowed to be human pain in this society. It's only allowed to exist if it's quiet, palatable, digestible, and non-threatening to everybody else's comfort. The second it spills over, the second it raises its voice, the second it stops asking politely to be acknowledged, it gets criminalized, it gets demonized, and people want to talk about anger issues without ever talking about where that anger comes from. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about generations of trauma stacked on top of generations of trauma, stacked on top of generations of trauma, and then pretending the body, the nervous system, the psyche, and the soul are not keeping score. You don't get to enslave people, lynch people, beat people, rape people, eat people, segregate people, lock people out of resources, destabilize families, over-police communities, undereducate schools, poison neighborhoods, and then turn around and have the fucking audacity to say, why are they so angry? What the fuck do you mean, why are they so angry? That question alone is disrespectful as hell, because anger does not come out of nowhere. Intensity does not come out of nowhere. Pain does not come out of nowhere. What you are seeing is not aggression. You are seeing unprocessed grief. You're seeing suppressed rage. You are seeing pain that never had a safe place to land. And the psychological truth is that when trauma does not get expressed, it does not disappear. It compresses, it hardens, it builds pressure. So when it finally comes out, it does not come out softly, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly how trauma works. That is not a character flaw. Especially trauma that was never acknowledged, never protected, never held, never understood, never listened to, never given the safe space to express itself healthily, and never healed. So
Okay, so here we are. That's what we got going on. Oh, we already got it. Okay. All right, we'll do it that way. My bad, TBN. You moving with me. Okay. So, that's Yogi's topic right there. I think everything speaks for itself. I don't know if anyone wants to go first, but if not, I'll hop right on in now. Got it.
Go ahead, bro.
With you. Okay, so I think what the young man said was, let me see, what's the word for it? Extremely appropriate for what he's saying. I believe that a lot of trauma that Black people have been caused has labeled us as evil people, if you will. We evil. We're you know, like he said, a lot of what he said was like we like women. They're nasty women because they got mad or whatever. And then on the other hand, someone with a different skin complexion of ours is labeled for something else for the same exact reason. I'm for the same exact thing that they did. So both parties could have done the same thing. A black woman labeled this, a white woman labeled that. That's trauma. We've been through a lot of trauma in our lives, and sometimes the way we express ourselves can be somewhat vulgar, somewhat aggressive, if you will. But I think we do have to learn to channel our anger into better ways of handling things. I don't always agree with the aggression part of it, but I do understand it. And I don't always want people, and I'm one of them, guys. I'm a big black guy. I got big shoulders, bald head, gold teeth. So naturally, if I express any anger, people will tend to be scared, maybe think that I'm going to harm them or anything like that. And to anyone that's out there that really knows me, I'm probably the nicest guy in the world. I will be direct when I'm talking to you, or firm, if you will, if I need to say what I need to say. And I pick and choose when to do those things. A lot of times I may be passive because I'm not wanting to get you alarmed or up in the uproar. And sometimes I can be stepped on behind that. So sometimes my kindness can get me in trouble for not being aggressive. So what he said was spot on to me, and I don't understand the logic of why we are in that particular situation, but here we are today. And we just saw it recently, a couple of shows ago, we were talking about a couple of kids that are unalive right now because of possibly what they were perceived to be. So that's my slab. I'm on the side right now. Y'all got it?
You got something, Rich? I can jump in there.
I you gonna go jump in there.
Uh, I think what he said, is very very valid. But I will say that what he said is nothing new. And I think everybody knows it. It's not like people don't know these things, but to be honest, until as a people we can what people think and say shouldn't matter as long as we're able to properly defend ourselves, or we can feed ourselves, we can regulate ourselves, police ourselves, and thrive where we don't necessarily have to make sure everybody else is okay with how we are. And so, and, that'll be my short answer without going too far too long with it. But just to summarize again, yeah, we get those stereotypes placed upon us. We have that type of perception, in a lot of people's eyes, and I think it's through the media, due to propaganda. In a lot of ways, we take on those stereotypes as well. Where we thinking that being black means you have to be a certain way to the world. I get all that, but like I just said, man, until we can properly, patrol our own communities, where we can circulate our own money amongst ourselves, where we can uplift each other without the, I guess, without the okay or without the permission from others. Until we can do that, man, it really doesn't matter. It should get to a point to where no matter what people think about us, what people got to say about us, if they can't affect really our money, if they can't affect how we go about our day to day life, until that point, man, it's just going to continue to be a rhetoric that we're going to fall into and have this conversation in another 20 years. But what he's saying is not a new discussion point. Coming from somebody that's non-black, I appreciate him voicing his opinion. I'm sure he has an audience of a lot of non-black people, and I'm sure he getting a whole bunch of flack from non-black people, but for even saying it, But hey, our past leaders and our philosophers and doctors and people that are well read, educated, they've been saying this for the longest, man. And we know it. I don't think it's nothing new to any of us here. You know what I'm saying? Even the old stereotypes of walking by doors, people lock the car doors, or crossing the street, like you said. It ain't nothing new, man. We just got to be able to kind of counterbalance it, counterreact it with do it for self. Goes back to do for self. That's how I look at it. But I put my slab in neutral. Whoever want to go next, that's on you, Rich. My bad.
Well, fellas, I'm riding with y'all on this one, man. I'm not too far the line because it's like the old stereotype. We've been saying this, I know, every bit of 30 years, man. So until we do better, it ain't gonna get no better, and we're gonna keep this same conversation. And like you said, T and Quality, I appreciate the Pepperwood for enlightening his people. Maybe some of them will catch on and hear it, but I don't know what good that's gonna do because, like you said, start with us. Until we get some independence, and something going that's stable, that can, got a little time under it, and get a little respect, ain't shit gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna sell out for the nearest dollar, or whatever else. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I don't see us in a need to want to make a change. You know what I'm trying to say? And I don't see nothing coming that see a change to say, oh, a change is coming. So, I'm just like, whatever. Every day is a day. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll be
You know what,
lying to
Rich?
you. Mm.
You know what, Rich, man? I think so, and it kind of like continue with the point that I'm making, and also what you're saying. It's kind of like what people got to say about us, right? Like right now, if we are viewed a certain way, it can really hurt us in like the job market. It can hurt us in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It can hurt us in the odds when we go travel because it's perception, right? Because we depend on others to like survive in a sense, man. To day-to-day life, getting up, going to work, providing for your family, being able to make sure your communities are safe. We really depend on others for that. But until we can, like I say, patrol our own neighborhoods, so I want to explain what I meant. So when we can patrol our own neighborhoods, if we can offer jobs to our own youth, or we can put them in position to excel, it wouldn't matter what anybody has to say about us, how they think about us, because we are self-sustaining.
Yes.
Like if people say right now that Asians are a certain way, man, if they have their own sections of town where they they can put their money together and they can put money behind a certain politician, right, to get certain things passed for their benefit. Or if you get too serious, they can always they are from a place where they had the old military. So if it ever was an issue to where their home country or wherever they came from, it got too serious, that country is going to want to say what's going on over there with the Asian
Yes.
population, for as an example, right? So they have ways of protecting themselves. It don't have to be militarily. It could be economically. It could be something a little more serious. But until we get to that point where we can do the same, where hey man, it don't matter what they say about us because we don't need y'all in our communities patrolling us. We got our own. It don't matter what y'all think about us if we get upset because we hire our own people. We don't need y'all for that. So, just what I'm saying, do for self, and these things really wouldn't matter. Not to the degree it matters now.
Hey, can can we come to agreement one day as all black folk and realize that that white man did a hell of a job on us? And why I'm saying that is our dependency, our livelihood is in his hands. And everybody see that. And there's no way we can get it back. Like you saying, that sound good, but they ain't gonna let us get our own bank, our all black bank. They're not gonna let us get our all black military. Nah, they're not gonna let you do this because it's not in their best interest. Their best interest is to keep us in control and keep us spending money with them. That's their best interest. So I don't know, man. I don't see it, man. I want to see it, and I hope for the best, but it's woven deep, man. It's woven deep. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to take some losses. We're gonna have to not go home. It's gonna take a lot to break you, but I don't see it no time. Cause you know, I don't know.
I
You know
think
what, Rich? My bad. Go ahead, quality.
I
Go
was
on,
just
jump in there.
going to Rich there, but I think it has a level to do with our level of thinking. I think it really has something to do with our level of thinking and how sometimes we may not want to evolve into a better way of thinking. We content with how things are with us, like uh, just not wanting to evolve. Like the simplest way to explain it is, and then it goes back to what you say, Rich, when you say the white man did a beautiful job on us. Our level of thinking is so simple to where that's what that white man wants us to be. He wants us to be the simple-minded person, a simple thinker. We're not thinking outside of the box. We're not thinking of helping our community when we get tons and tons of money or big money or whatever. We don't think of giving back to the community. We don't think of building up our own. We don't think of living in areas where we are predominantly from. We think of going to the outskirts and everything like that to go live with the people that don't want us there. So it's a way we have to change our thinking. The type of car you drive, these things are so minor, so minute to where, but that is what we see as success. And because of that, we can't seem to evolve and get better because we continuously think as a simple-minded community. Now, when I say that, I'm not speaking of all, and we do have some great thinkers. It's just that it's not enough of us.
There you go. We need more of it.
Yeah, that's my
But
to the side. What you
That's
but
see?
the
best way to put it.
conditions that the people are in, it's hard for them to think different than when you're in survival mode. When you're in
It's true.
survival mode, your
That's
thinking
true.
ain't you ain't looking weeks, months ahead. You thinking tomorrow and the next day. That's
That's
it.
true.
And that's hard. That's paycheck to paycheck. That's one source of income. That's taking care. It's a lot, man. So it's hard to get them to think about some revolutionary shit or some shit to overthrow when they ain't got nothing to even. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's
You
like
know,
you say,
I said this
mentality.
before. I said this before, Rich. I still think our story's being written, though, man. I don't think it's over with. I think we just in the beginning stages of where we intend to go. It just, while we in it, it seemed like, man, this going it. This the end of us. But I think our story's still being written, man. That's my that's like my optimistic view of us, man. We only 100 some years out of what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? And we went through it much longer. So we ain't all the way out on the other side yet. As long as we were going through it, so we still got some time. It's time. I don't know how much time we have, but I still think
Yeah.
our story being written. I this ain't the end in my opinion. It looks bad,
Okay.
but hey, man, it looked real bad when we was going through it. If you could put yourself in that particular time
Yeah.
frame, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have progressed, man. We have gotten to a place. My wife says she feels like we are regressing, and part of that I agree. Some ways I don't. But hey, man, I think we still got some ways to go, and we on. I think we on the path to get to where we got to get to, man. It just don't look like it right now.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
optimistic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, T Ben. I agree with you there. You're optimistic. Anything else you got with it, Rich? Though.
No, sir. I'm my sad part.
All right. So, critical thinkers is what we need, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Now we need critical
Yeah.
thinkers. This is a
Yeah.
necessity for our community, y'all. So we gotta have that. We gotta have it. So I understand. We gotta be able to. I know that what Rich said is about the situations that we're being put in, but we gotta be able to still outlast those situations and still continue to be a critical thinker. Maybe you got to
yeah.
change the way you live. But
You know what, Quality? I take just a thinker right now. I don't even need to be critical. If you can think, I get you. I get you critical. Just be
just
a
be able to
thinker. But
think.
these motherfuckers don't even think no more.
This is
Damn.
true, Rich. This is
I'm
true.
for real. You ask me, hey, what this? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, how can I beat that? And they say, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, all right, shit, I ain't got much to work with.
And
So
you know what? One thing. So it happens in little small. It's like they said, the devil's in the details. I don't want to use the word devil, but in the details. This is what I mean. So Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay.
uh-oh.
I really appreciated that he had Neil deGrasse Tyson on his platform
I saw that.
because people that have these large platforms that people are tuned into for entertainment purposes and want to, like they say, want to get the tea and all this. Man, they just start putting these intellectual people on these platforms to reach more individuals so they can they can pick up some things that he's putting down. And even if they don't agree, or if they disagree, it at least starts a conversation, a better conversation versus word about gossip and BS like that. At least people are now talking about science, or people who are in like geopolitics, man. Like if I had the time, if I really could dedicate the time to, man, I would love to go on some platforms, larger platforms, and talk about just have a conversation about geopolitics, how the world works. our resources move around the planet, so we can have a different perspective on things and how things actually move. We like right now, if you ask, the average black person, who do you go to for geopolitics? Who can you read? Who's like an outlet that's black that's talking about what's going on the world stage? Most of us probably don't really know anybody black that's doing that because we don't put these people on these larger platforms to a bigger audience. And I think that's like a more serious that makes us more serious as a people. Right now, like I made a comment or a post a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, about man, we need to be having these more discussions about geopolitics or just these more serious matters. And some folks is like, hey man, we go throughout our day and we want to be able just to relax and talk a little shit. I'm like, I get all that, man. I understand that, but it doesn't mean we can't have the discussions every now and then. Just talk about something outside of reality TV and what this celebrity doing, what that celebrity doing, and talk about how gas prices, how they get to where they are, what that means for us. How does fertilizer get over here? How are we able to feed billions of people on the planet? How does that work? Most people don't even really know. That's the part we gotta small pieces I think that helps us in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Makes us more serious and want to get involved. At least for the youth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on that, man.
All right. So it looks like we all parked out right there. So we're going to keep this thing moving right along. But before we move over to T-Ben section, please give me a moment to enlighten you guys about these things that we want you to know.
I was scared as hell. I just want y'all to know that. I thought that was the end of the show. I thought I was so goddamn scared right then. I say, oh no, this is a new 943. He broke his record. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't worth a
Oh
damn.
man.
I ain't worth a damn. I got scared. I just want to let you know that. Listen, I got faith, brother. I saw that. I said, oh man, 943. He done broke a record. My bad, brother. I see you working.
I promise you, man. I've been practicing. I've been working.
You working today?
I gotta show you. So until this one is over with, I'm gonna have to just let you have your fear. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Please like, subscribe. Y'all seen the message there. We're gonna move right on over to the lifestyle segments where Mr. T-Ben is about to do his thing. It's yours, brother.
Yeah, man. Let me go and get started, man. Let me go and get started. Let me do this the right way. Hold on. Yes, sir. Hey, I've been saying for the longest I'm gonna change my intro. I think I'm gonna do it very soon, man. I've been really working in CapCut and all kind of stuff, man, and these different platforms, man, to working on my video skills, and I think I'm gonna change it up, man. So be on the lookout. Be on the
And I
lookout.
won't
One
let
day
you
I'm gonna
know,
be uploading.
T-Ben, your shit looking real good. I'm telling you, looking real professional. I'm being
Man, I
honest.
appreciate that. Appreciate
And
that,
when I
brother. Appreciate that.
see it, I didn't even know it'd be you. I'm like, "Damn, who the nigga?" I said, oh shit, that's T-Ben. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got me. Yeah, I
I'm
didn't know.
working,
I
man.
saw, yeah, I see you. I said, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
working, man.
sir. I wish you the
I was just
best.
I was just telling Quality a minute ago, man. I went to school for psychology and marketing. I've been in sales most of my whole life in the employment world,
Uh-huh.
and I love going out talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy doing this, so I don't feel like work. And this is a space that I like to be in, so that it makes me want to do more behind the scenes, man, for my own business. But I appreciate the that you keep what I'm putting down, man. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah. I'm watching, man. You know,
Yeah.
hey. Support is
But
everything.
But yeah, we on to the lifestyle segment. I got a couple of videos I'm gonna put out here, man. Today we're gonna focus on bag talk, and we're gonna focus on
Okay.
some fatherhood things, man. So
Uh-oh. Oh,
without
shit.
further ado, man, we gonna run the first video, man. Let me do this first. Hold on, there we go. Boom. Where we at? There we go.
What does one have to do to accumulate $300,000 in 1 month of content?
I mean, it's based off of your live concurrent viewers.
Okay.
It's based
Can
off
you
of
explain
like,
that?
like how many people watching you at once.
Okay.
I always tell people, they be like, how many viewers I gotta have to make this much? If you can average 2,000 to 3,000 people every time you stream, you can make 6 figures a month. All you need is 2,000, 3,000 people.
Why that number though?
Because like it's ads that run. So when the ads run on them 3,000 people, if you live for, let's just say 250 hours for the month or some shit like that,
Okay.
you can make 100.
Now, when you stream, do you multicast, or do you just pick one specific platform?
You haven't seen the sun in days.
I do multi-streaming now. I used to just do Twitch, but now I stream. When I stream, it's on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch.
YouTube, Kick, Twitch. You don't do TikTok?
Mm-mm.
Is it a reason why?
They too particular. Like,
Oh yeah, I can't.
I be
smoke.
smoking weed and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I do that on TikTok, they'll ban me.
Yeah. What would you say is your time that you aim for?
4 hour minimum.
Who? 4 hours
or more. Mm-hmm. While I've been on tour, I've been doing like anywhere between 4 and 13 hours.
What's the setup like? Like, do you?
I do IRL, so it's like vlogging.
Yeah,
but it's like through this backpack. It's this backpack I got.
That you control, or somebody always walking around with? Like, what's your team?
The Asian dude right there. He hold the camera.
You do all the.
Yeah, so he like hold the camera and make sure the backpack is charged and stuff. So the backpack is called a TVU, right? So it's like a bunch of cell phones. It's like 6 different cell phone signals in one. So let's just say AT&T not good in this area. T-Mobile will kick up, or Verizon, or whatever else, right? And if you go out the country, it adapts to whatever local cell phone services is in that country.
So you got a AT&T, T-Mobile, Boost Mobile, Metro, PCS.
It's a backpack. They got all of the cell phone services in one. It's like 6 SIM cards you put in there.
Damn it.
Hold on, let me add him back, man. There you go. Look like he must have lost some reception. But you back, Quality?
I can't hear nobody.
Quality, can you hear me? No, but so I want to make sure. Can you hear me, Quality?
I can hear you.
All right, bet. Rich, come on back. Did you get a chance to look? Did you get a chance to see the video?
Yes, sir. I saw it.
I saw it.
All right, so yeah, man, I read across that, and now, you know, the new thing is streaming, right? And I know a lot of the youth understand, streaming, but for those who are the youth, even in our age range that don't understand it, man, they're making money, man. They're making a lot of money doing it, and a lot of people. The thing is look, it ain't easy to get 2,000, 3,000 people looking at you every time you stream. You know, that's a lot of work you got to put in. And you see how people are trying, they do some different things to go viral to get that audience, right? They do extreme stuff, you know what I'm saying? They know how to reach their target audience. But just the fact that I like he giving the game on, man, how do people making this much money? For those who don't understand how they make the money, it's from the advertisements, man. If you got 3,000 people looking at you, a company is going to pay you a lot of money so those people can look at their product and what they offer. So you didn't run them ads. And me being a digital marketer, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to make sure a lot of people are exposed to what you have to offer to them. You know, even think about it. When Super Bowl come on, I mean, you know how much money they paying to get 30-second ads, 15-second ads, millions of dollars, because they got the world's attention. So if you spend $1 million, you know, just to get a little ad, and you got millions of people tuned in, look what you stand to gain if you offering something. You know what I'm saying? So it's an investment. So what y'all think about what y'all seen as far as the streaming is concerned? What y'all think about the whole world of streaming?
I think it was something that I think at one point we talked about this as far as like the number games with the streaming and stuff like that. And so I truly did attempt to, I think I might have been a little bit overzealous when it came to the numbers, when it came to us, is what we do here as far as on this platform. I may have been a little overzealous, and of course, my peers told me that. So because of that, I've kind of backed away from it. But secretly, I don't back away from it. I can't help it, guys. I am who I am, and I move the way I move. So because of that, I do pay attention to the numbers that we actually run here, and that's my motivation, man, is to get us to a point where we have that type of audience listening to us, and not necessarily for the money aspect of it, but for the particular reason of wanting to make our community a better community is my goal. So I'm not necessarily searching for the dollar sign from the actual deal. I'm actually searching just to be better. My people, my kind, and not, don't get me wrong, I'm always going to focus on mine. But if it can help anyone else too, I'm all for that as well. And enlighten folks about, we're not such bad people if you get to know us and hear our gestures and hear our thoughts. Some of us articulate ourselves very, very well, but we given the opportunity, we have to be given that opportunity to do so. So yeah, that's my reason for it. That's my slab. I'm to the side, but I think everything he said was spot on. I love it. I love the number game.
Well, hell, I'm trying. Listen, after hearing that, I'm about 1900 away from where I need to be. It seems like
Say,
shit,
man. Say,
you know.
man.
No, what he said was so inspirational because I heard that before I heard it here. Because I'm thinking of 1,000, 3,000 people ain't shit. It's
It
billions
really
of
did.
people in
Yeah.
this world. That I mean, if you can eat off of 3,000, I'm like, well, god damn. You know what I'm
Yeah, you're
saying?
right.
Yeah, come on now, 3,000. You know, he didn't say 100. He didn't say 10. He didn't even say five. He said 3,000. 2,500. If you give them the watch, I'm like, okay. So they know where the money at. It ain't in the big numbers, it's in the consistency. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we looking for, consistency. I'd rather have 4,000 people that really like and really into what we doing than have 10,000 to come one night and don't come another night, you know. Yeah, it's just what it is. But I like the numbers game. I like that the youngsters are giving a little game, to the whoever listening, want to pick it up. But yeah, 3,000 ain't shit. Just think about us. It's for us. If all us get 1,000, we got 4,000 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, we get 100, we got 400 people. You know, it seemed like a lot and it seemed hard, but hey, we got a formula. It's for us. It's just one of him trying to get 3,000. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, put them minds together. What you call them minds? You said quality. The what kind of mind? The thinker, critical thinker. Yeah, we got to get our critical thinking hats on and get to this money. But yeah, man, that's the goal, man. Just stay consistent and build a base of people that follow and understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you should be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because people need shit to listen to of all ages. That's the only thing that keep me inspired. Everybody on here ain't young. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everybody ain't old. So, and a lot of people looking for guidance. So it is what it is.
Man, I know Candace Owens is a very controversial figure, right?
I love her. I
Whatever.
love her. I love her.
But check it out, man. I think I was looking it up to make sure I got the number right, man. She peaked. She had a live stream that had 330,000 people at one time watching her. 330,000 people tuned in to her live stream. Man, do you know how much money that is?
What?
Could you imagine how much money people will be willing to pay her to advertise their products during
They
her live
are.
stream with over
They are.
300,000 people?
They are.
I
You
don't know how much
know
money nobody makes, but just think of what he said. 3,000 people in a 4 hour stream. You do that for in a month's time, you can make you $100,000, right? That's the number he said. I think he said a certain about 250 hours, something like that.
yes, yes,
Imagine she get millions of views a month, of
yes,
millions of views, right? Do you know
Yes,
how much people are paying her just to? It's just
yes.
like she like a TV show, bruh. That's a
Do
TV
you
show.
you're not realizing when she left the talk show with the gay guy when they had their little talk show and they got rid of her
Uh
and she
huh.
went to that platform. She said she would have went there first if she knew what she knew. Cause it's the Candace Owens show, and guess what? She ain't got to pay for no studio, no time, no nothing. She just go live on YouTube and all social sites. She's winning. We're winning. We don't need a studio to do this. What we doing? We're doing this right now, live, and you can interact. Look at where we at. You see, what I'm trying to say, come on, man. Gee, it's right here in your hand. I didn't watch people. You know, I didn't
Yeah.
watch people. You know, I did something I ain't never did the other day with this social media stuff. I saw a female that was going through it, and she said, "I'm crashing." I've been watching her for years. She been going through, just a TikTok person, Instagram. I just watch. So I saw she was reaching out and said, nah, y'all don't know me. I'm fucked up right now. It wasn't about money. She said in my head, I'm tripping. It's like everybody fucking with me. So I just reached out and was like, shit, everybody don't want to see you lose. Some people want to see you win. And I was just letting them know you don't know me and I don't know you. But nah, that shit gonna pass, man. Trust me. You're a winner, man. You've been doing this too long to crash like this. I say, I'm just telling you, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just saying. And a day later, she was like, "Thank you." You don't even know how that what that meant for somebody to.
Hmm.
I was like, "Damn, okay." And I wasn't looking for nothing. I just did it because I just saw and I felt her pain. When you don't know where to go or who to ask or who to call, and you just calling out, I was like, if I pass it up, I ain't shit. So I gotta say something. So I did
Hmm.
say something, and I don't do that. And and it was she was like, I appreciate it. You don't know what that meant, but you don't know me, I don't know you, but I appreciate it. Like okay, I don't want nothing from you. I don't need nothing else. Just now, don't crash out, little mama. You here now? But
Yeah. She a
hey, it
streamer.
is what it is. Yeah, she like a little streamer. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. I seen it. The brother uh Casanat doing a streaming university, right? And I got a cousin. I
Yeah.
got a cousin. We just met each other. My uncle, matter of fact, he's my uncle that came down as his son. But I haven't met his son yet. But he went to the stream university trying to get on, and
Uh huh.
he went to I think he was one of the auditions was in Atlanta. I think another one's in New York. I forgot the third location, but he went following trying to get on because he really understands what come with it, man. And I just like I said, I don't really have I don't have the lifestyle to be streaming all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I really ain't trying to do that. I have some ideas about what I would like to do, just on how I live my life. But streaming like that all day long, I don't think I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the opportunities are there. At the point that I'm making, man. There's so many different ways to make money in the modern world if it ain't dealing with, working with your hands like Yogi does. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the corporate space. We got quality, he's like a jack of all trades, rich black man, you know what I'm saying? You like a hustler, man, you're gonna get it. So it's a lot of ways to make your money, but streaming is one of these new methods. Man, people they gotta worry about selling dope. They ain't gotta worry about robbing nobody. They ain't gotta, you can call it hit the lick if you want to. You still can hit a lick, make, hundred
Yeah.
thousand of dollars on the internet. If you want to use the same lingo, that's fine. But it's methods out here, man. And then we got, we moved to the AI space. So in my mind, we need to be figuring out what that look like. How can we get involved with that so we can be ahead of the curve? You know what I'm
Because
saying? So
you got people like Country Wayne that ate good off that shit in the
man, he
pandemic.
sure did. He sure
That
did.
man, that
He
say he
talked
makes
about it
7 million a month. Oh, he said, man, ain't
Yeah.
nothing makes 7 million a month. I said, God damn,
Oh no.
he
It's
was
crazy.
eating. Say, man, I'm hoping I'm getting favored or blessed to get in one of them situations. So shit, you
Hey
understand?
Rich, your player pimp the pimp been taking off, man. I've been peeping, bro. You get a lot of good reactions from it, man. Keep doing that. You building it up right now. I'm watching.
Well, like
Hey,
I know,
hey, man, listen, I'm
It's
trying. Let
working.
me say that. Yeah, it's working. Hey, listen. I told you I just came from my homeboy funeral. I'm outside, and my homegirl hollered, "Penny bag, you don't even know your goddamn name. Penny bag." I'm like, "You talking to me?" She like, "Yeah, pimp the pimp." I'm like, and everybody was like laughing, like, "You doing that?" I'm like, "So y'all tuned in?" She like, "Yeah, yeah, we watching your crazy ass do pimp the pimp." I'm like, "Okay, okay, well,
Yeah,
let
keep
me
going,
keep going."
man.
Yeah, hey, if I catch you in like Country Wayne, hey, we win, y'all. Hey,
That's
listen,
it, man. I,
I'm just trying, you know.
I want to say it though, man. Like I say, watching those numbers, man. I've seen some things from us that have shown tremendous growth, and I love it. I really do because each one of you guys have your own thing that you're doing in your own lane that you're in, and it's a beautiful thing because it's all of us doing our own thing, but coming together to do this one thing, and that's what makes greatness, if you will. You know what I mean? It's greatness to see every last one of us do our own swag, our own piece, our own thing. Rich, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen your numbers and they do well. I've seen T Ben coming along with his and it
Yeah,
started to pick up. Uh
Yeah.
just this Sunday, guys, I probably had the best viewership
yeah.
from the Hustle Report show that on Sunday. I was amazed at it. I was amazed at it. So with that being the case, like I say, I'm a numbers guy. I just happen to be that way, and like I can be overzealous, like I say. So I don't ever want to not take in what's being said to me. But man, I'm watching them numbers. I'm watching them, and I see the things that we're doing. We started so small, and we're growing, and we're growing, and we're growing. Now, at times we can probably get a little stagnant, and that's the part that I really want to change because according to what he's saying if you get 3,000 viewers, well, like I said, I'm not money hungry, so I'm not looking for 3,000 for a percentage of money. I want 500 for now. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? I'm small. I started small time, dope gang, cocaine. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want to start
yeah,
slow. I want to
yeah.
go small, and then we can get to 3,000 eventually, and that might be years. But no matter what, I just want to get to that 500. Let me reach that mark there, and then I'll set that plateau a lot more higher, so we can, try to achieve the goal that we want to achieve. So yeah, I'm with that, man. I'm with that
But you
100%.
know, I realized something, fellas. I realized something, and this is crazy. And I realized that with y'all. I never been the oldest dude in the room. You know what I'm trying to say? And here
Hmm.
lately, I find myself being the oldest dude in the room. And with that come a responsibility. You know what I'm trying to say? Involuntarily. You know, I'm not the young nigga, other unk in the room. I'm old school in the room now. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say, I guess what you mentioned is catching in because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the age and the wisdom. And a lot of street dudes you see on that, they validate. They're like that nigga that one. Yeah, he not just talking. We just seen him in the field. So I be liking that my people co-sign that he official like toilet tissue, you know. But you know,
Mm.
that's neither here nor there. We on H Town Bayou City podcast, baby. That's what we're about right now. T Ben, come on with it, baby. I need to know about fatherhood. You telling me?
Ready to move on to the next one, fellas? Any
Well, that's
last
all.
thoughts on that? All
I'm
right, let
good.
me go
I'm
ahead.
good.
Let's go on. Let's go on and get it in for the next one. You do it like that. And my screen will change all up. There we go.
As it as well, but I'm just so used to smoking.
Yeah,
I don't want to say I'm addicted, but I'm addicted to
for
smoking.
sure,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Motherfuckers is for sure addicted. You can get addicted to water.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when you drinking water, motherfucker drinking 3 gallons of water.
right.
And it's like you peeing all fucking day. So it's like me personally, I just wanted to. I felt like I got everything I got out of it. I've been smoking so much and smoking like 20 times a day.
Yeah,
It's like at some point, it ain't really doing nothing. You just like got this oral like sensation, like or however you say it.
fixation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got that little shit. You're just constantly doing it and constantly doing it. But it was mainly for my daughters. Like my kids, it's like, just to let them know you can do anything.
As well, but
You can do anything. Don't let these little bumps in the road stop you. So me quitting weed was mainly for her too. Like, watch this. I'm gonna just stop weed. Fuck it. You know me smoking weed my whole life. Watch this. I ain't doing it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now it's like, now what you got?
Yeah.
Give me something back.
Balls in your court.
Yeah, it's in your court. I'm doing it. We're gonna do this shit together. And I'm never gonna do it again. I'm never smoking again. I got so much out of it, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, weed is, because it's not alcohol, bro. It's not. So I'm not gonna do that. But I will say that it does have health benefits for certain people. But the way I was using it, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But most importantly, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. You can do anything. Don't let these little bumps in the road.
Yeah, fellas. So I ran across that clip, and I appreciated him, putting that message out there, man. And so this is not necessarily always just about smoking, but that was his example. So my question that I'm posing, based off what you've seen, and whatever it is for you, but my question is, what have you given up, or how have you improved, for your children, for your family? Things that you used to do that you say I just don't do anymore, or I've cut back on because of your family.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I go first. When I had my son, my baby boy, who's 19 right now, he'll be 20 the day for my birthday in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it'll be my birthday, and then it'll be his birthday. I left a lot of the street hustling alone. I squared up. I didn't, and he never seen that side of me, never. And I made sure that till this day he heard the stories, he know the people, he see the guys, he know everything. But for his daddy, nah, not in his lifetime. And my baby girl, I said they won't see that. My other kids saw it, or they heard about it, or they kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't never bring that around them because I didn't want that to affect them, which I kept it from the other ones, but I was so engulfed in it, they knew. You know what I'm saying? So the other ones, each one of my kids got a different experience with their father because I quit something every time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gave up like the street, hanging out late, coming in at 12:30, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. But I don't do that shit. I'm in the house by 8:39. I'm in the bed by 10. I'm talking shit to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, like you said, I'm there for them to go to bed, and I'm there for them to wake up to go to school. The other ones, you know what I'm saying? I may be making it in an hour before they get up, so I'm dead asleep. The mom and the kids just. But this go round now, I was up every morning, seeing them off, bringing them back in. So, I dedicated that to them. So with that made me be straight because I had to be straight to get them. So it was like a trade-off. So yeah, I gave up the late nights and this, that, and the other. Now don't say I don't go out or do nothing no more, but I'm saying I was 7 days a week, twice on Saturday, 3 times on Sunday. I'm hot. I'm talking about I'm hot. I'm going to the club, the after hour, the after that hour, then I'm going to eat breakfast. Then I might go home and fuck around. Then I'm back in the streets. But I gave all that up, because I wanted family life. I wanted to be there for my son. And I didn't want to, I came up with when you hustle, your goal is to make it home. So I said, if I quit hustling, that ain't a goal. Just go home. You see what I'm saying? I just cut the middleman out. I quit worrying about making it home or getting locked up and having to call home and my son. I didn't ever want. He never saw me behind bars. Never saw that. Never heard of that shit. Because I made sure I stayed away from that. Oh, I'm not doing nothing. No. Because I couldn't be taken away from him. Because I committed myself to him. Like right now, the one that's 16, my baby girl. I still got one more year. I'm committed. I'm locked in. So. But that's what it is. I part my slab. I left the streets and the nightlife alone for the kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
What you got, quality?
that's
I kind of got to say the same, the Rich, but I'm gonna have to say it from this perspective. I probably wasn't on the level that Rich was on with the streets and everything, as far as hustling and all that there. But I dibbled and I dabbled, and I was pretty good at having friends that were all over in different places, and of course, a lot of them like to come to Texas because it's beneficial for them, if you will. And I was always a good connect guy. So I get this guy, I know that guy, I do this. I'm the middleman for them, and
mm-hmm.
that was my connection into the streets. And once my son was born, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a little black book, if you will. I had like I would look at it as a little black book. I gave the black book up, gave it up. Hey man, ain't no reason to talk to me no more. This is how you can find him. This is how you can find him. This is how y'all can find each other. Hey, let me show you who he is so y'all can continue. That way I ain't got to be a part of it no more, because at this point, I had never seen life be created until my son got here. And when I saw that, it just changed my world. My whole perspective changed about as far as fatherhood and being available and loving on someone unconditionally, to where this little boy is a bundle of joy for me. And then on top of that, he carried my name, so it was like I couldn't see it no other way. Anything. And shout out to Schoolboy Q for allowing his daughter to make him a better person, if that's his choice and everything. And I'm all for that. But yeah, that was mine. It was my son. And the fact that I love my child that much, to where I didn't want to not be there. I want to be there, and anything that risked me not being there was a risk I wasn't willing to take. So it's pretty much the same thing that Rich said, just on a smaller level.
Do you realize when my son was 4 years old or 3, I was at my house, man, and I left him I had a Suburban 4x4, a 12-inch lift. I'm talking about mud truck. Man, I got it in my yard. Everybody know it. I went in the house, man. I left my son in my truck in front of my house. A dude jumped in it with a gun, and my son looked at him, and he said, "Get out." My son got out, and he walked around to me, and I'm like, "What's up?" He like, "A dude just put a gun on me and took the truck." I say, "You lying." Man, I went and got my gun, got the BMW, chased him. My son in the car with me while I'm chasing this nigga through the streets, man. I'm talking about high speed. I'm chasing my truck. My son there with me, he like 5, man, and he telling me, "Daddy, I told you that's why I need a gun." And I'm like, what am I exposing my son to? And I'm chasing him. I'm like, hey, I'm chasing him. He flipped the car over it was 4x4. He turned and it went on 2 wheels and flipped over in the ditch. He jumped off, took running. My partner and them passed him up. My brothers and them, they didn't see him. Man, I come to the scene. They say he ran the street. I chased him. Cops come, whatever. But I was just fucked up. I knew. I said, man, I can't. Because, my son, I just had him in a truck. I don't know what they thought was in this motherfucker, but it wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I went in the house to get something and come back out. My truck gone. My son standing there telling me he could have took my son if he was in the back seat. He wouldn't have knew. I'm glad he was in the front seat. He saw him and told him get out. So shit. I'm just saying I'd had some experience, man. You just don't know, that made me be like, nah, nah, nah.
Hmm.
But yeah, you never know, man. I'm telling you, never know.
How about you,
You
TV?
don't.
What's something that you gave up since that little bundle of joy hit the world?
Man, I think mine probably started with marriage versus my daughter. I was kind of already so I never really I ain't really I never victimized no other people, right? My issue has always been like self-inflicted. So I've been focusing much more on my health. You know what I'm saying? Eating more healthy, cut back on my drinking. You know, I was before I got married, I was in a relationship, so I wasn't doing a whole lot of clubbing. So I was already kind of winding down on that anyway, going out kind of thing. And so my biggest thing is focusing on my health, making sure I'm eating right, so staying in better shape. That's probably the primary thing is trying to stay in better shape, being aware. If I get a little too lazy, I've always got to make sure I get back on point. So for myself, that's what I was saying, giving up be being like unhealthy, trying to get better with that, just so I can have some more longevity here on this planet. So yeah, man, beforehand, I ain't really never just been wild, you know what I'm saying? I was like my college years, and it was some years after college, man, where I was like living kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying, and going out late, getting on the road and getting on the road after I've been drinking. And I would say, people, it's always interesting, man, when people talk about drinking and driving, man. Everybody, if you go out clubbing, if you go out partying and you gotta go home, you drinking and driving, man. People make it seem like drinking and driving is a rare thing, man. Everybody that if you drink alcohol, you drinking and you driving. Unless you one of them, the rare responsible ones that Uber everywhere or you are that designated driver. But I really, really cut back on that, man, because over this, every year, like I tell you, I go on an alcohol fast where I try to go at least 30 days and I try to ride it out, right? So it's been like a month and a half now, right? So I go out when my uncle and my cousin came down, and being the only sober one, like standing like in a club or a bar looking around, you can see stuff different. You kind of you see how people operate when they've been drinking versus not been drinking. So when I'm leaving, and it feels really good to get behind the wheel knowing I had no alcohol, knowing but it's dangerous on the road because you start to recognize who's been drinking when they drive. You can tell. You like, man, that dude there been drinking, or they drunk. You can see it a whole lot easier, and it's dangerous, and it feels good not being one of those people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always thinking about family. Like I told when we was there, and my cousin ordering all these drinks, and he was talking to some young ladies, and they was asking, "Yeah, you ain't getting?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't getting nothing to drink." And so I wanted to keep it at that. No, I'm straight. I ain't drinking nothing. But to them, it was like foreign that somebody's not drinking, and I'm like, "No, I'm just not. I'm straight." And I was like, "I got to get home to my wife and my daughter," and then to them it clicked. Oh, that's good. Ooh. I'm like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm serious, man. I don't want to take them kind of risks when I don't have to. And you really ain't got to drink to have fun. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think alcohol is overrated. To be honest with you, I really honestly think it's overrated. But yeah, that's what I've in a sense given up. Being trying to get more healthy as I live life and get a little older. My daughter's growing up, and I'm an older father, so I know it's much more important to be healthy as I get older. So yeah, that's my thing on it. What you got, Big Yogi? Did you get a chance to see the video? And welcome on board, brother. You muted. You muted.
My bad. Hey man, keep calm. Fuck with a fat boy. Huh?
Already, you know what I'm saying?
How y'all living out there, man? Yo,
We
man.
Man,
good, brother.
Even though I'm not here, I'm here. You figure you know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, I seen the video, man, and I knew it was a possibility I'd be getting to come on and chop it up with you fellas for a little bit. So I got to
Yes,
thinking.
sir.
And the answer to my question is this, man. So the question is, what did I give up when I had a child or began to have children?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, I got a great answer to that question. I gave up my childish ways because when you
I
become
like
a
it.
parent, you gotta, man. Hey, man, you living for somebody else, right? So something I never talked about, and I ain't gonna lie to you, this finna be news to quality, cause he ain't never know this. At one point, man, when I was a younger man, I was into some shit. You know what I'm saying? I was I was into some things. And so it was a point in my life when my mom had passed away. And her apartment, I gained access, to her apartment. And her apartment, man, was in the country, it was in a jumping spot. You know what I'm saying? And
See? Goddamn.
I was doing some I was doing some things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
yeah, so man, and I had a little operation, you know what I'm saying? I ain't kingpin type shit, but I had a nice little operation on a certain product. I had that apartment on smash. Right, any
Mhm.
time of night they coming. It's clockwork, right? So then, man, it was one time, man. My daughter was there. I had my daughter with me, and operation is going. That night, I sat up there and I looked at my baby, and then I looked at what was going on. And on this particular night, R.I.P. to the young man, I watched literally with my eyes police kill somebody right in front of my apartment. AR-15 shots, right? Kill somebody,
Man,
and
Unalive.
uh,
unalive,
my bad,
unalive.
unalive somebody right in front of my apartment. Now they're shooting these automatic weapons, and my daughter is in this house, right?
Mm.
All that came together, and I'm like, man, I cannot have my baby in this kind of environment. I cannot. So that was, I would say, that was a childish thing. That was a selfish thing of me because I'm thinking about, the money that I'm making at the time doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting my baby in the line of fire, right? What if they AR didn't aim where it was aiming at, and it
See,
came through my shit? You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
different person today. That's for sure.
That's, I mean, nah, I would have been dead or in jail because,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
all that came together in that moment, man. I'm like, I had to put that childish shit away because at the end of the day, man, when you out here, you ain't got no kids, man. You selfish. It's all about you and what you want to do.
Yeah.
When kids come into play, man, you living life for a whole nother. You are responsible for a whole nother life, right? And if anything goes sideways or wrong with that life, man, you will never be the fucking same. Never be the same, bro. So that would be my answer to my question, man. And I'm not saying at that point I was rid of childish things entirely, but in that moment, it made me grow as a person because I can't put my baby in this kind of position, man. Say for instance, somebody, know what I'm saying, know what I'm doing and they decide to run up in that bitch, my baby in there. I'm thinking about
Yep.
all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that would be the answer to my question, man. I had to give up childish ways and childish behavior, childish thinking, and man, yeah, yeah,
You
man.
you know
Hey.
you know you know something else, see, man, right quick that I realized I gave up. I gave up a lot of women, man. I did. And what I mean by that is I used to my first batch of kids, my first three, I would take them around the girls I'm dating. So all the women that I had, was messing with knew my kids. The last two, they don't know nobody but their mom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm saying because I was with their mother. You know what I'm trying to say? So I never introduced my son ain't seen no other woman but his mama until here recently, because we're not together. But I'm talking about all his life, he never seen his dad. Nah. And and that was something different I did for them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like my other kids, they knew, yeah, yeah, they be speaking to people, and they mom like, how you know her? That's my daddy friend. I was getting busted like that, so yeah. But anyway. I know I did that too. I quit, like you say, the childish shit, taking my child around everybody. I cut that shit out. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna expose you to everything, But when I was younger, I did. But
And
that's
see,
it.
doing
I'm part.
and see doing that, doing that right there, right, and having a daughter, it's a little different when you're doing it with a son. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
see,
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing I've always been big about, man. If I'm not serious about you, you're not meeting my child. You're never, all you gonna hear is talks of her. You'll never meet her. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like, it's just having a daughter, man. And T-Ben, you can attest to this, Rich, Quality, all of us can attest to this. It's just certain things that I don't want to present to my daughter, right?
Yep.
And I stand on that because I don't want her growing up thinking this is the way it's supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it,
but
it it's it, man, them daughters will make for shit show and make you grow up. For
I
Yeah,
shit
they
I
show.
will.
fucked up. I keep telling you, I fucked up. I raised my first two daughters like pit bulls. I raised them like boys. So I messed up. Now my last one, She princess. But them first two, oh my lord, I raised them just like they were boys. I swear. That's why they like
Hey,
they is now. And that's bad. That's my fault. But I did.
hey, I said this before, maybe on a different show, but I truly think that people are at their best when they have a family. And even like when you go out in public. So, I go hiking on Sundays. Y'all know this. So I go to these parks, on these walking trails, man, and I go out there and I just observe, man. I be in my own little world and I see people at the park with their families and I'm seeing how people interact, how strangers interact when they with families. People don't mess with each other. Everybody is a little more polite. You know what I'm saying? People are just more generous. They mind their business. And I think that that's like a common understanding when somebody with their family, man. If you see your enemy, man, you gotta let them make it. Hey, he with their family, we'll sell it another day. But if you always with your family, you have less time to really get on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're not really thinking like you would be thinking if you was by yourself. And I know everybody doesn't want to have children. That's okay. I'm just not here to say everybody needs to have children. But if you're not having children because of, well, I can't even get into all that, but let's just say if you really want to get more mature and have a different type of progression of life, man, you got to get yourself a family. Because listen to the brothers what they saying right now. You got brothers that's been hustling, um, you know, not taking care of their bodies as they should have been, but a family changes that. And as we get older, we get more wise, we experience more, and the family's like the cherry on top, man, because your responsibilities change, your decision making changes, outlook on life changes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of the issue amongst our communities is having the actual family and not trying to make families out of nothing but strangers. Getting together with people that we all can go do the same things with each other. That's different than people you got to have that you're responsible to take care of, that you're trying to raise, making sure they good. So in order for them to be good, you got to be good. So I think family serves that kind of purpose, man. It's like a gift in a lot of ways. But that's my slap apart, man. Anybody else want to tune in on that? Anything else anybody want to say?
Yeah. Uh,
I want to say something about that family part. Do you
Hmm.
realize that family could be going so good that the woman get comfortable and take for granted what they have? I seen that with family because
Mm.
it be going so good, but they think they missing something. They thinking that there is something better or what I'm not doing or I'm stuck because I'm right here, not realizing this is a good spot. I
Yeah,
saw that with family. You know what I'm trying to say? They let the
yeah.
echo from the outside make them think it's something better when we at our best. People are looking up to us because we are the family that's making it. We are sticking together. But women don't see that. I mean, I don't know. I know they say they want it, but when a man want it, it's different. He gonna stick it out. Better or worse. You know what I'm saying? Sickness or health. We gonna do it. It's just what it is though. I guess you gotta find that person for you and be,
It's a different world, Rich. And I don't know if it was a movie I just was watching, something I just was watching where it was talking about the role, how things were, as how women were expected to be in society. You know what I'm saying? It's all
yeah,
about have to have children and things like that. And so the world is just different, so it makes things a lot tougher. I think for the most part, most men, we still are. We will all, for the most part, want to have families, want to have children, but it feels like a burden to women to have to do that, and I get it to an extent. So a lot of us men have to give women the space to actually want a family instead of making it seem like an obligation to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how you can fix that. We're a little more traditional than most people are in these days. So our approach to family is not foreign, but it's not as common with our generation. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it would take, but I will say that most men are going to be at their best when they do have a family, have children to take care
yes,
of.
yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? And maybe I don't know if what we would have to do to have our women to be more, not gonna say all of them, but a lot feel like it's a pressure that you have to have, like you have to get a man to have a child. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else you can change that mentality to make them to have the want to have a family across the board. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the marriage laws have to change, or I don't know, man. I don't have an answer to that for everybody. I just know it works for our family. But yeah, I think
So
we at our best with families. What you got, brother?
so I what you saying? I want to say what I feel like the answer is, and I know, you know what I'm saying. The men I'm on this panel with probably gonna think the same, man. You wanna, as a man, like I can only speak on daughters because I only got daughters, right? So me personally, I'm the kind of person I'm gonna present myself to my daughters in a way that the kind of man that they bring home to meet me, they have a blueprint of it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I
Yeah.
feel like that's what a lot of girls growing up. That's why they don't look at marriage the way they look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Good
Because
point.
it's not something that they see, right? And especially in these times, man, we're not talking about these times. We know this world fucked up as far as the mentality or whatever, right? But if it's something that from a young kid growing up, right? You know what I'm saying? They see a man and his wife, the man taking care of like, being a man to his wife or whatever. Them growing up and seeing that, that's all they're gonna know. So they're not gonna know nothing else outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all really I want to say to that point, man. Is be the man that you would want to see your daughter bring home to meet you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Yogi, and that's a real good point because that your daughter would want to have that. You know what I'm saying? So I can say we can take ownership a lot of I know it's always the rhetoric is about how women are messing up and messing things up, but hey, man, we play a big role in that too, man. We got to be better men. So your daughter will want to have a husband as she gets older because, like you say, you treated her a certain way, and not only you treat her a way, but she sees how you treat her mother. You know what I'm saying? Because if you mistreat the mother of your child, she's going to expect that from men, and then she's going to involve herself in very unhealthy relationships with men. You might be treating her well, but if you don't treat the mother well, she might be expecting that's where it's supposed to go, and at some point she's gonna read across. She's gonna be at a crossroad, and not gonna know how to accept proper love. But it's a good point. What you got, Rich?
My daughter's there. My
Mm,
oldest two daughters, listen, they're attracted to street hustlers. You see what I'm trying to say? Good kids, but they still like because of me. And I know this. And I run from that. You know what I'm trying to say? And they be like, Daddy, he like, no, no, don't get me. No, not that age. You know what I'm saying? Get
mm.
the old me. Get this one here. I'm ready. This one worked on. But that one, it was, but that's what, like you say, that's what they see, that's what they hear, that's what they
Yeah,
expect that, and I'd be like, this shit here, it work against you and it
We
work
are
for you. You know what I'm trying to say? So be
we are the
careful what
first
you ask
example.
for and what you wish for. You know what I'm trying to say? So, you know,
We are we are the
I
first
know we got to
example.
move on. I
We
yeah.
are the
see. I
But
first
see.
hey,
Quantity
example.
getting ready to.
no, no, he ain't working like that.
You
No, don't
muted.
do that, man. He good.
No, what I was trying to say, I wanted to give y'all a little pushback on the family dynamic, but Ten didn't make it.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna do it because
Let's
we don't have
go.
time right now. We got to
Why
move
we
on.
don't? We got
We got to
plenty
move
of
on to
time.
the next segment. Hold on,
Okay.
Red. Let's get it though. But yeah, the dynamic of family. I don't want to say that is the only thing. And TBN made that point, so he kind of cleared it up to where it's not a whole lot of pushback. But I don't necessarily think the dynamic of family is always the best version to making a man a better man. And then a little bit of pushback to Rich when he said something about women are tend to be this type of way and men are a little different. I always hate doing things like that when there's no woman on the show to defend the woman side of it. So that's just here and there. But like I said, we're gonna move on to the next subject. That's a fight for another day, if you will. I don't want to say fight, but maybe a conversation for another day. But
Okay.
right along. In between
Okay.
this segment, we're gonna be moving over to Mr. Rich Uncle
Uh-oh.
Penny Faces. He's getting ready to do his thing. But before we go there, I'd like, please, for everyone to take the time to check out T-Ben's Enterprise. Let him get there. Let him show you how to make your business a better one. I also want you to check out Uncle Rich as he tells you, pimp to pimp, player to player. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hey, man, player, pimp to pimp. You better understand what I'm saying.
Pimp to pimp.
Yeah,
I heard the rose, but I got you.
However, hey, it sounds good either way it come out.
And also, Rich and Yogi also do the Kicking Bag on Fridays at about 9:15. Please tune into that. Check those brothers out. They doing big things over there. And I and Prophet will be hosting the Hustle Report on Sunday. So please check those out. Now, as we move forward, y'all, we're going to jump right on into this thing. And Uncle Rich got something he want to talk to y'all about. So
Yeah.
We're going to put this right here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Give me some music. Give me a little music. A little jazz to wake me up, man. Hey, man. Listen, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's the Black Excellence, where Black history is not one day, but every day, and where everything we do is history. So I usually highlight an individual or a person or a female or something in the Black community. But today, I'm going to stray away a little bit because I saw this and I want to talk about it with my fellas. And it's a strange topic. And we're going to have to be, we're going to have to put our big boy shorts on for this one when we talk about it. Because I think we need to talk about this one. And guess what, fellas? It kind of go with the flow of the show because we just talked about the fatherhood and the responsibility. And this video right here is going to touch home on responsibility and all that. And I just want to ask y'all thoughts on it or how y'all feel. So you could roll the video. It's about maybe 2-3 minutes, but it's very goddamn interesting. And we'll discuss it afterwards. I don't have nobody this week, but I got this video I want to discuss. Roll it, fellas.
All right, here we go, Rich.
Hello?
Hey, baby girl, how's it going?
Who the hell is this calling me baby girl?
This is Lonnie. I know it's been a minute.
Man, they have like 20 years, nigga. What you doing calling me?
Nah, I was just calling because I got something to run by you. I think we have a situation and we need to figure it out. So
now, what kind of situation could we have after 20 damn years?
You got a 20-year-old son, right?
I do.
The one that you was pregnant with when the last time we talked?
Okay.
All right. And so this is the thing, right? Did you ever find out who the daddy was? Was it me or was it him? If it wasn't him, then it was me. But did you ever find out?
It's been 20 years. You wasn't concerned then. There's no need to be concerned now.
Well, the reason why I wasn't
concerned.
The reason why I wasn't concerned is because when you told me you was pregnant, I actually wasn't mine. The only reason why I actually wasn't mine because we was each other's side piece. I had a woman, you had a man, so it could have been either his or yours because we damn sure wasn't strapping up. So that's the only reason why I asked that question. But here we are 20 years later, and I need to find out if that's my son or not.
Now, what difference is it going to make 20 years later?
Okay, all right. Well, the reason why I want to know now is because my daughter came to me and told me after a year she's been dealing with this dude and she want me to meet him. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I meet him. Me and him meet up, and I ask him questions about his family. He get to showing me a picture of his family. You happen to be his mama. So we need to figure out if that's my son, because if that's my son, he fucking his sister. And we need to stop that shit.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. That's the same thing I said. I didn't tell him who I was. But when I seen your picture and you the mama, Oh man, this is it. I told my daughter though, because I told my daughter she needed to leave him alone. And I told her not to say nothing to him until I find out for sure. So me and you gotta figure out a way to get this dude to get a DNA test, because he's 20 years old and he probably gonna ask questions. You see what I'm saying? So we need to figure this out, because nah, he might be fucking his sister. My daughter might be fucking her brother.
Well, are you 100% sure that they already slept together?
They've been together for a year.
Okay.
She finally decides she want me to meet him because he's some old good guy. She in love with the dude.
Oh, shit. God damn. Fuck.
See, you should have just told me. You know, we should have just oh my gosh. When the boy was born, you either should have found out if dude was a daddy, or should have came and hollered at me, and we would have found out if I was a daddy. Then we wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, you was my side, and I wasn't trying to keep you around for long anyway. So I wasn't concerned. I know he gonna take care of them regardless.
Man, let's see. Yeah. And he ain't never want no DNA test?
Why would he? I'm his wife.
Oh, he gonna be mad. That's my son.
Well, let's hope and pray that he's not.
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
I hope and pray that he ain't, because I don't want my daughter fucking her brother. But if he is, you got a couple problems on your hand, because you should have kept it honest with that man. That's all I'm talking about. So listen, figure out how we finna get this DNA test, and we're gonna take it from there. So, you know, hey, hit me up. This is my number. Lock me in your phone. I'm gonna holler at you in a minute.
All right.
All right,
bye.
Yep. Hey, she should have told his ass.
Hello?
Hey, fella. Fellas, listen. Fellas, listen, fellas. I done heard some shit in my life. I done been in some shit in my life. I done been told some shit in my life. But this right here, listen. This is when you get in your own way. You got to realize what we out here doing when you out here just wrong. You never think of this right here. This is something you would never fathom. And I want to ask my distinguished panel of gentlemen who have infinite knowledge and wisdom. How in the fuck would you handle it? What? Listen, he did good with that phone call. I listen. I'd have been crying. I'd have been sick. I don't know how I don't know. I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
logical. He was logical to me. That he was logical because it's one of them situations like it was done already. So what can you do about it?
And boy, it hurt.
It's fucked up. It's very incestful. Like
What?
fucked up. That's fucked up. But it's like at the point like, man, like she was dealing with the dude a whole year before Pops even found out, right? So it's like what's done is done. Ain't no point of sitting up and like sick about it. It's like we gotta nip this shit in the butt, right? I don't know what if I'm gonna say for this sound crazy, but this is just my thinking on it.
Oh shit.
We would have found that shit out when the shit came out. Like fuck that. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. Me and you both know the positions that we playing right now.
But
you end up pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't the kind of person that's gonna come to a man to man on some shit. But hey, between me and the lady, man, we gotta get some shit together. We finna go on Maury.
Yogi, but she gave him a confirmation. He said, "I asked you," and you said, "No, you good. You with your husband." So her mind was, "Hey, no pressure. I don't want to chase this nigga. I ain't gonna mess up my relationship. I'm gonna keep it going." But look at, God damn.
But listen, no, Rich. But she also said, because I've seen this video before. I've seen all the parts of the video, right? Because there's more
Okay.
parts to the story.
Okay.
Right? But did you hear her say, I didn't really make a big deal of it because I knew he would take care of him somewhere in there,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
That's the fucked up part about it. To me, that's the fucked up. So you're telling me that there's a possibility of a piece of me walking around on this earth, and you won't even give me the fucking leeway to find out if that's for sure,
Hey.
because that nigga will take care of him. Bitch, I take care of my son too. My bad, I ain't mean to call a lady no bitch, but I take care of my child too. I don't need another man. Like, we need to find out what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I've been in a couple of these situations before. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
oh,
I ain't trying to hear not to that extent. No.
oh, okay, okay,
No, not to
okay.
that extent.
I'm like,
But
oh shit.
man, like man, hey man, we gotta find out what the fuck going on, because shit like that can happen, man. It's just a big world we live in, but it's small too. You know what I'm saying? And the probability of that happening is slim to none. But in his situation, it happened. That's nasty. I need to know this.
But you know, I assume none of y'all been in this kind of situation, so I give y'all leeway. But I didn't been there, so I understand. I do. And what I mean was, I went to the family reunion with one of my cousins. Yeah, let that register. I went to Lake Charles, Louisiana with this little yellow thing. Though, yeah. When I got there, she said, "That's my auntie, huh?" My dad and them said, "You brought your cousin?" I said, "That, huh?" Yeah, that's true. If he come on here tell you, they say, "Hey man, that's your goddamn cousin." We're like a second or third cousin, we're family, but it was my cousin. I didn't know. We did not know. We did not fucking know. You know what I'm saying? And that was crazy.
How do you how do you how do you handle this?
That right there. That's it right there. That's it right there.
Hey
That's
man,
it right there.
hold on, time
That's
out.
it.
Once again, don't use my picture. That's my picture to put in play. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
happened.
Back in the day, when you date somebody, you
I
get blood tests on the spot. Back in the day,
see. We might need to go
stop
back there
doing
because
that.
listen, I'm telling you, that was my kinfolk. After that, we started just dancing each other up, tried to act like nothing happened, but shit.
Hey,
Mm.
hold on. Can I give a what's you call it? When you say some shit that motherfuckers don't know, but
Okay,
a spoiler. I'm gonna give you a spoiler.
okay, come on.
Like I said, I didn't see all parts of this story. After the daddy told the girl to stop fucking with the boy,
She
she went
did.
back and fucked with the boy.
I know she
And and
did. She
and
was
the
in
son,
love.
hold on, and the son, the dude that's possibly the son, he don't know nothing about it. When the father
Yeah,
found out and the little boy left, he instantly told his daughter. So his daughter, knowing in her mind of minds, this could possibly be my brother, went back and fucked with the boy.
yeah. That didn't have shit to do with nothing. What you mean? She was in love. He told you that.
So
She did. One of y'all, quality. Come on, give
quality.
us some wisdom.
Hey, now hold on. Quality with the sound drops right now, and they on motherfucking point. Do it
See,
again, nigga. Do it again. One more time.
One more time.
Let him hear it. Atomic bomb. Fuck you talking about.
oh,
All right,
yeah.
y'all got it. I'm done talking.
I'm there. God damn.
All right, man. Let me take a dive in here, man. This is
No, don't dive
complete.
in it.
Yeah. Oh no,
See,
absolutely.
see.
But this is
Pause.
complete irresponsibility by both parties. Complete
Uh,
irresponsibility. Uh, for him not to get that done immediately is his fault, and for her to play the game of he gonna take care of her anyway. So I wasn't looking at it's complete irresponsibility by both parents. And shout out to the guy, I guess, for being aggressive enough to want to find out the truth, but clearly it took this for him to want to find that truth out. Why didn't he want to do that before it got to this point? So I just see two people, and unfortunately our people, that just incompletely not having a care in the world about safety or anything like this.
Just
And
fuck
now
it.
this is the results of it. This the results of it. Now you got your child and your possible son in a relationship. And it is the saddest thing for those kids because it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They didn't do nothing wrong. They thought they found love. Unfortunately, their parents were not mature enough to make it right so it could be right. And at this point now, the lady, from the way it sounds, we don't want to really tell the guy due to the fact of I could get in trouble. But my God, woman, that's your child that is possibly messing with his stepsister. Oh, I don't know.
That's his sister.
That's his sister. Ain't nothing step about that. That's a real brother.
That's with his sister. That's
That's
insane.
his half sister.
So at
this is,
point,
and
yeah,
this
half
is 20
sister.
years.
No, that's not a half sister.
Quality. And this
Yeah, it
is
is same
20
father,
years.
different mothers.
No, say the father. The father
Yeah,
is
you're right.
the mother. Yeah, if you
Yeah, but
got the same mama and different daddy, by the
brother don't
mama
share
you
the
would be
same
a
mother.
half. But the daddy, if you got the same daddy, y'all blood, because the daddy make it. The mama
They
is just
blood.
carried. That's his real blood brother and blood
Right.
sister, because the
I'm
same
saying
daddy.
they don't have the same both parents, so they make them half, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's how I go, Rich. He
Either
froze
way,
on it.
it's insane what we just heard. It's insane,
And it's a 20-year secret. This is the 20-year secret, fellas. 20 years. That shit is
If
crazy.
y'all got the same mama and different daddies, what are y'all?
That's half. Quality.
If you got the same daddy and different mamas, what are y'all?
That's half.
Half.
Me and Quality have brothers.
If you
Same daddy,
got the
different mama.
if you got the same mama and daddy, you what?
Full.
Full what?
Siblings.
Full blooded.
Okay.
Yeah, the son got a different mama.
I'm with you. I just thought the daddy blood made everybody the same. You wasn't had.
The daddy shoot the chromosome that'll decide if you a boy or a girl.
No, that you got sperm in you. That's alive. Ain't nothing alive in a woman. That's dead. Everything in her is dead. You shoot your live child into her, and she carry it for you. That's facts. But that's another day, another subject. But yeah, that's facts,
We
y'all.
went
see where
to
Rich is
biology.
going with it. So I that's why I'm not saying much, Rich, because
I'm just curious.
I understand what you're saying, and it logically it kind of does make sense.
No, it is. That's science.
Not biologically, it's just a different conversation. That's all.
Yeah.
Like we just speaking about,
Hey,
yeah.
I just didn't
at
know
the
that.
end of
That
the
caught
day,
me off surprise when y'all said that, because I didn't look at it like that. But I understand what you're saying.
at the
It
end of
makes
the
common
day,
sense.
nigga is nasty. That's incest.
Yeah, right.
It don't
Amen.
matter what's what, nigga. That's
God
nasty.
damn. But he didn't know. She didn't know.
She knew when the father found out, and she still went fuck with the boy.
It was too
She
late
out of
though.
line.
Then she locked in. She don't look at that nigga like no brother. Not the way he was putting that ham on her. Shit, no, that ain't her brother.
That boy was dropping one
What?
kind ear roll. Goddamn.
Man, y'all better you heard me. I'm just saying. I hate that though. I'm just saying that's so crazy that happened. You know what I'm trying to say? The world is so small but big that would happen like that. That I mean, God damn, of all the shit.
And then that forces me to think, right? TV, you've been shaking your head the whole time. I promise. I want to hear what you got to say. But
Man,
but like,
I just was curious when I
how do
saw
you
that
handle
out.
a situation like that, though, man? If you already at the point where your heart into it, and then you find out, oh, that's your brother. How do you handle that? Like you got a man. That I feel like if it was a son with the sister and the son found out, I feel like it would have been an easier clip. But the females, they a little bit too emotionally involved in some certain aspects, would y'all say? And
Yeah.
it's hard for her to just cut the ties. But nigga, like how could you even go through with it knowing what you know? Like, ugh,
And then even it's crazy because even let's say they do the quote unquote right thing and stop being like that towards each other. Man, they can't even be around each other after that. I mean, it's gonna be so weird and awkward. Just to be at a family gathering, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But look, it all go back to the parents, man. This is what these are the situations that you can possibly be putting yourself in when you stepping out on who you supposed to be with. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do things the proper way. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like even like at where I related to work. I have our team is like always put notes on tickets, always note take things because 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, something could come up. And if you don't have the proper documentation, you're gonna be don't know what's happening. You ain't gonna know what's going on. So you gotta make sure you gotta cross all your T's and dot all your I's so you know because you never know what can happen later down the line. So in this example, y'all did what y'all did not thinking, hey, 20 years later, this could be a possibility.
God
All
damn.
because at the time it happened, he didn't know if it was she didn't know, and he didn't know who the really child belonged to.
God
Didn't
damn.
really, and I haven't. To be honest with you, I think she knew. She just ain't got the DNA. But it's parts about that child that says, man, that's such and such baby right there. I just know. There's certain
Mhm.
things she know. Whether it's the eyes, it could be a feature, it could be something about a certain characteristic that reminds the daughter of the man. You know what I'm saying? It's something in her. If it is, we don't know who it belongs to, but I just hope and pray that it's not that they're not brother and sister, man. I hope and
Yes,
Man,
pray.
man.
I'm what you see, man. I see the same thing that you see, but I want to make this clear before I even say it. I'm not always right, and this is just my opinion. So but in my heart of hearts, I think she knew. I think she knew that something could have been different, and I hate to do that because, like I say, I hate to throw the woman out there without no physical proof of anything like that to make her look bad and make it seem like the guy. So that's why I say both parents were very, very irresponsible in this particular situation, both of them. But for whatever reason,
Man,
something is pulling me towards the she knew that something was a little off here. And she chose not to do it, and it was for the bag, the money bag. This guy is going to take care of this child. And the other part of it that really gives me that idea is when she made the statement of, why would I have to give him a child or a DNA test? Why would I have to give him one? What the fuck you mean? Why? When you just admitted that that's your side piece and y'all clearly been doing things unprotectedly. So
that's crazy.
why wouldn't you get the test? I can't even phantom what you're telling me right there. You're saying basically that why would I give him a test? He think that's his child. So what you think? What do you know? Better yet, fuck what
What
you
you think?
know. What do you know? You damn what you think. What do you know? So yeah, I'm blown away at, like I say, both of them deserve a little bit of accountability here, but for whatever reason, something is
A
pushing me.
lot of it.
Yeah, you're right, a lot, but something pushing me more towards her.
Well, fellas, I didn't mean to rattle the cage. I just saw that and want to get y'all opinions because I knew each one of y'all was gonna have something different to say. But hey, it's always great to find out and pick the minds of the people that you with. So
Yeah.
I just saw it and thought it was, god damn. It was like a what that was, a Lifetime movie. But he was saying it. I was like, shit. you know. But like I said, I had a similar, yeah, I had a similar situation where I girl was my cousin down the line, like second or third generation cousin, but I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? When we
Can
stopped
I
and
drop a
called each other
disclaimer?
cousin, huh?
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna drop a disclaimer when you finish, man.
Well, yeah, no, we stopped because we were cousins. I started calling her cousin, you know what I'm saying? But in Louisiana, we got kissing cousins, so you know how that goes. So, hey, that's Creole, that's part of our heritage. So,
Chill out, Rich.
it is. You saw Kevin Gates was with his cousin. It ain't nothing new, shit.
because he
Yeah,
don't because he don't get tired. But anyway,
see, and he
hey
had three
man,
phones.
hey man, That nigga said 3.
A 4. Yeah, 4 phones. Yeah, I
No,
know you had.
it was 2,
Huh?
nigga. It was
2
2,
phones?
nigga.
Oh shit, he
Nah,
missing one.
I think he explained this later. I think he said he had 4.
Yeah, 4
2
phones.
phones, one for
That sound.
the,
One
and I
for the
got 2
tub.
more.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he
He
See,
didn't say
said.
that. Hey, that's a high ass cell phone bill, but that's not my business.
now you get 4 lines for 100.
Hey, you sure right? Cause them motherfuckers over here, man. You gotta go get that quickie 4 lines for 100. Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to put this disclaimer out there, man, and I'm not I'm not I'm not condoning into the fuckery, right? But if you step out on your piece or whatever you got, man, strap the fuck up, man. Strap up, bro. Because it ain't even that kind of scare, bro. It's so much shit floating around nowadays, man. You can't be taking shit home to them. I'm gonna shut up. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing, man. That's crazy.
I'm ending my section of Black Excellence. Next week, I will have somebody talk about. I won't have a topic. I might though. I never know. You know what I'm
Use what
saying? My shit is periodic. You know,
use
whatever I get from the sun, I use.
I
use
think we
what
You
that
like
know.
that more
use what
about you,
that
Rich. We
bullshit.
like that the element of surprise. When you come with something, we know it's gonna be great no matter what it is.
Hey,
So,
hey,
in my opinion, that was a great topic. Never stop doing what you're doing. You did an excellent job. I loved it. I loved
hey,
the
hey,
interaction that we got back from it.
hey,
Yeah.
Rich was on that bullshit tonight. That's all it was.
What? Oh man,
Rich
see,
was on that bullshit. He was
see, man.
he was on his kicking back bullshit tonight,
No, I just
Y'all gotta
no.
let me keep going now, y'all. We gotta make our time.
I'm
Here we
out your
go.
way. I'm out your way. I'm out your way. I'm done.
All right, here we go. Here we
Peace,
go. We're
God.
gonna jump into the quality talk section. Here we go. Boom. There's my music. Here we go.
Oh, we're gonna have to get him in trouble.
That intro was
I'm working
horrible.
on it. I'm working on it, y'all. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming. So, with that being the case, I'm gonna show y'all 2 videos, man. I'm gonna show them back to back. One's really of them quick, but I just want to get y'all insight on something. And
Yes,
mostly,
sir.
I'm gonna challenge your minds right now. I want to challenge the way we think as a community. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Sir, you need some lemonade? Lemonade. How much is it? $2. $2. Hey, can you do $1? I gotta do $2. $2. Shit, I'm good on that, man. Appreciate you though.
Excuse me, sir. Can I interest you in some lemonade today?
How much is it?
Just $4.
$4. I got $4.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Is it right here?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Wow, is this homemade?
Fresh squeeze daily.
It's delicious. Wow.
Okay, so that would be the first one. And we're gonna hold our thoughts on it right quick. We can kind of elaborate on both of them all together because I'm trying to make a point with both of them as I keep this thing rolling. So here we go with the second one.
It like George Zimmerman is still walking around. I think that's corny. But then the black community, we sit here and say, oh, we got gangsters in the black community. And I'm like, where? Where are the gangsters in the black community when you have people who have violated our men, women, and children walking around? Even in Baltimore, the police officers who killed Freddie Gray, the police officers who killed Tyrone West. They're not hiding. They're not hiding. These people are out and about. But then we say that we got gangsters in the black community. I always say that black people are only gangsters when it comes to themselves. I know y'all going to get mad with me. Black people only gangsters when it comes to themselves. Because when it comes to other groups of people, you don't do anything. You got Chinese people who own stores in our communities calling our children niggas and saying all kinds of stuff. And you all not G-checking them, but you'll go G-check. You'll go check Tyrone or Shaquita or whoever in the hood. You'll do that. But you don't G-check these other people, these outsiders who violate the community. It's corny at this point.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that help, TBN. I think that's you. All right. So with those videos being played, guys, it's kind of a reason why I played both of them. I really want to challenge our community in the way we think, the things that we think, like how the method in which we come to the decisions that we make. I believe T-Ben knew that Dr. What's her name? I didn't get it right. T-Ben, I don't want to mispronounce it.
It's Dr. Ma'at.
Okay, yeah. I believe you're familiar with her as far as from what I heard, and I think her message was very powerful. But like I say, I want to challenge the thought of our community and how we think. I want to get y'all input on the first video. What did y'all think about the young man? He passed up the one lemonade stand, $2, of course, with the lemonade. And this is just a metaphor. I don't think that, that's why the stands were so close together. But I want y'all to think of it in the logic of the things that you put in your body as far as what you eat, how quickly you'll stop at McDonald's, but you'll pass up somebody else. I think we had one guy there at the turkey leg hut. They talked about it's too much money, but yet you'll go to someone other establishment, Steak 48 or something like that, and you'll pay all of that money to accommodate their things. I want to know what's y'all thought process on that. Do y'all see any type of, let me see, reason for that, if you will?
Yes, plantation psychosis. We think that the white man lemonade is sweeter. We think he used pure cane sugar or some different shit. That's just something that happened since the 60s that we think that anybody beside a black person is better. That's just us being ignorant and stupid, man. That's just what it is. We do that all the time, man. That ain't nothing new. That's the plight of the black businessman. I can offer you better service at a good price at this, that, and other, but you'll go to the white man and tell me, oh shit, he charged me this, nigga. Like goddamn, could have saved you some money, but it ain't even about that. He wants the white man to do it, and that's just what it is. It's nothing we can stop for those type of people. You know what I'm saying? But you got people out here that only look for the black. That you can. You just have to find your market. Old buddy right there, that didn't surprise me nothing he did. Passing up that, going to that. Because that's what they expect. They expect because we black, you automatically got to give me a deal. You automatically got to cut something down. No, man, I got a business. You know what I'm saying? I can't cut down. So it is what it is with that, man. So that probably ain't gonna change never, because that's just what it is. Because we so dumb, we think the more we pay for something, the better it is, and that's bullshit. And that's bullshit. You paying for a name. You understand? So that's that. I didn't speak on the other one. I just speak on that one.
I got you. Well, you
Can
got
I?
TV
Okay.
on the first one.
Let me. Damn. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with everything Rich just said, man. It's a psychological issue that we got. It's programming. What we think we have is not as good as what others got. Like they say, they think the white man ice water is colder than ours. It's the same mentality. So and like you could tell he's making a point with his video, but that's what you see. You see it frequently, man. So you really paying. It's almost like with us, we think that whatever we offer towards each other should always be kind of like as a favor or hook up, you know what I'm saying? Because we get so
For the
familiar with
low.
each other. So it's like, hey man, you can, give me the discount because you a brother, you a sister, so I shouldn't have to pay what I would pay for them. For us, it should be cheaper. But when we do that, we hurt our own economy. If you got the money, spend it with your own, build our own economy up. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a psychological issue that we still dealing with.
Okay, Yogi, what you got?
Hello. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? All right,
Yeah, we
man.
good, bro.
So I'm gonna take that video in the lane of fashion, right? So I remember in my younger years, which is way long ago, right? So y'all remember that brand Tommy Hilfiger?
Hmm.
Yep.
Remember Tommy Hilfiger got caught calling
Uh-huh.
black people niggers,
Okay.
and niggas was still going and buying his clothes?
Hmm.
Hey, I got a recent one. Gucci said, "I don't make clothes for black people,"
Hmm.
and they still go buy Gucci.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So something I've been doing lately, man. Cause man, y'all know I like my clothes and my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's this one label that I came across. It's called Juren, Guren, right? No free promotion. That's the only time you're gonna hear that name. So now I research, like, is this a black-owned company, right? And I don't think people of our culture have the wherewithal. That's the word
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
to even go and do something as small as that, right? They're not paying for the clothing; they're paying for a label just to say, "Oh yeah, I got that shit on." Man, you can have that shit on with any label. Man, I was rich. We did that live kickback show. That shirt I had on, that was Jaren, clean in the motherfucker.
See,
The night
see.
we went to that party quality, that shirt I had on, same label. I got 4 units at the house from them. Cleaning the motherfucker. So man, I was always told, man, it ain't the clothes. It ain't the clothes that make the man, it's the man that make the clothes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going down that lane because, that's something I can equate to that video. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I'm gonna go fuck with them because of this and that. But these black owned companies have the same type of shit. Now, about that label, the price is a little steep, right? They steep. But you'll go pay the same thing for they shit, right? Probably even more, right? And see, niggas always want the hookup. Man, let me get this for the low. But you're not going to these other stores and doing that shit. Quality, you told a story a couple of times, man, about the high end store that y'all worked in and how they treated y'all when y'all was in that store.
Yep.
A lot of that shit, a lot of that high fashion, that shit ain't made for us. But but niggas that go out and buy
I'm
it.
I'm that nigga. I'm him.
But
I'm him.
yeah, man, like that's like man, look, man.
And
A lot of
I cannot defend myself. I buy that shit, but it ain't even about them, man. It's about me. I need something to reach my status. See, my status is I feel that level, so that's what and that's crazy. And I know I'm retarded for that, but that's just my take on it. I know me in that get a certain reaction than
and I
me in certain other things. Now, and that's just me.
hey
And I
Rich,
and I know I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong. I'm
hey
supposed to
Rich,
buy back. Yeah.
I got the perfect question for you, right?
Yes, sir.
So what you just said, a man of your status, right?
Okay.
You don't think a man of your status can put something on and the motherfucker get the question, damn, where you get that from? Because you have it on.
Yes. But I'm a real nigga, so if I wear another nigga shit, he gotta pay me. Gucci don't. I go pay him to wear his. That's just the nigga mentality.
That's crazy.
Right here in your face. You see that? If a nigga would say, hey man, look at my shit, it's quality, you gotta pay me because you black. Now Gucci ain't gotta give me shit. I'm gonna give them all my money to wear their shit. And they gonna call me a nigga. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's life.
That's
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. That's just where it is, ain't it? I'm just saying.
Rich, I have to
Now,
say
if
that.
y'all want Uncle Rich to wear your shit, I wear it. I wouldn't charge you. I'm just saying. That's the mentality of rapper. And you see these niggas on the street, you'll walk up to, got a little status, say, hey man, I got a clothing line, man. Let me take a pic with you in my shirt. How much you got? But you just walked in Gucci and gave them 10,000.
mm,
I just wanna, they don't want you to come up off of them. So that I'm just saying, I'm just showing you, Yogi. That's just how that's gonna go. And I'm sorry, but that's what it is, you know. And that's crazy. It should be. It should be the reverse, you know. Boo Boo should have never failed. Carl Kanai should never fail. Sean John should never fail. It should be like Ralph Lauren. It should be like goddamn Burberry, Gucci, Louis, and the rest of the houses. But now, every time we get a nigga something, we run it a couple of minutes. We put some cartoons on it. You know what I'm saying? Fat Albert and all that shit. We need a good luxury brand for us. That's by us that we can be proud of.
Lacoste stood the test of time. Gator shirts, that's
Yeah,
black on.
and he's a
Yeah,
black guy, but he
Then
that's black
sold it.
guy.
He sold
I
Lacoste. He owned Lacoste. Izod is the big thing now. You know, Izod bought out. That's why he said little IZ with the thing. You don't see the Gator. You got to go to Lacoste, his last name, to get it. Cause I wear it. I do wear that. That's a brand
I
I
got
do wear.
shit. I got some shit
But
from on
I got
Twitter.
some black on shorts I've been wearing. They Ace, the ACE is the brand, and I try to, it's also you have Actively Black. They got good products, and I believe Actively Black they grow their own cotton for their
God
clothes. If
damn.
I'm not
Seen that.
mistaken, I
I
believe they
seen that
do.
label too. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
God
they
damn.
got a good brand, man, and so it's they out there. It's a brother that make his own shoes. I think it's SIA Collective, CI Collect, something like that. He have
Mm-hmm.
his own shoe, and he do like special shoes where he only drop it for a little bit. They exist, man. We just gotta find them and make sure we support them. They got a black owned cell phone company, Figures,
Yeah.
FIGGERS, black
Heard
owned
about
cell
them.
phone company. These people exist, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I say, it's just a mentality that our stuff ain't the best quality, or we heavily scrutinize our stuff. I remember when I first got the cell phone some years ago when they came out. Man, everybody was asking, well, what cell phone towers do they use, and all these questions, man. It's just like you don't ask all these questions for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't scrutinize. If you had a black owned car company or a tire company, they want to know where the threads come from all of a sudden and where the parts come from. And, can you stop? Can you drive 1,000 miles an hour? Can you stop in 2 seconds? Can we do that? The questions we ask for our own products be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The way we scrutinize ourselves. But hey, that's where we at, man. That's where we at with it.
Quality, what's your
Okay, so all right, it's great that we got that one established. But what we're gonna do from this at this point, guys, is we're going to end the show. I'm gonna bring these topics back up next week. So next Tuesday we'll be seeing them again. But we want to make sure that we're able to get out of here at the right time. I want to first off send a special shout out to everybody that was out there tuned in watching us. We thank you so much. There is no us without you, and we appreciate everything that you do. Please like and subscribe. That helps us so much. That helps us be able to put this show on for you. And we want to do just that. With that being the case, we're about to get out of here, guys. I don't want to take us too far over. So with that being out, here we go. H time. We out of here.
Yogi, north to south, east to the west.
Oh yeah,
Bye.
man. From the north to the south, to the east to the west. H-Town Bayou City, baby. Y'all know who do it the best. We out.
Already.
Thanks for joining the H-Town Bayou City podcast. Be sure to like, share, and follow, and we'll catch you on the next episode.